I'd like to bring on John from Canada, and I'd like to bring on Kelly, our backup host, to be a third voice on this one.
Okay. All right. I think we can do that. We got John from Canada wanting to speak with us. John, we're at the end of the show. We want to keep things brief, but you are live with us on Truth Wanted. Go ahead.
Okay. Since this is going to be brief, I just want to say this. First, Dan, how was your trip? Congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you. Trip was great, and thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get to the point. After years of arguing with you, I've been thinking about this, and I'm saying that I'm not saying completely, but I'm saying a bit more open to your point of view.
Okay, so what's the change now? Because you've called into this show, I mean, more times than maybe anybody else that's ever called in. So, what is getting you on this path?
Well, I've been analyzing and saying that there's no real evidence for God.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I mean, we agree with you there.
So I'm just going to say, I'm going to leave this to him, and I'm going to bring him on to say, I think we can attribute a lot of that to the compassion and hosting style of our man in the middle here, Kelly. So if you want to take it away, Kelly, and sort of maybe discuss this potential deconstruction.
You know what? I'm happy to talk to John. John has been one of my favorite callers forever. I love John to death, man. I'm so glad that he called tonight and is like starting to reassess the things that he's been thinking about. So congratulations, John. I'm really happy to see you thinking about things.
Yep. And I would say that we have had conversations in the past, you and I, John, and they haven't always been the friendliest. We can sometimes get a little bit vicious because when we do have standpoints that we hold quite dearly, we do defend them very, very vigorously. So I think you stand as an example for where toning down the venom and amping up the empathy really helps.
Yeah.
So I am overjoyed to hear you say these things.
Not to be a Debbie Downer, not to be that guy, but I am going to be the skeptical one here because, John, you've called into the show a lot, and sometimes you've contradicted yourself. You've supported some positions some weeks and some positions another week. If you're on a path where you're truly deconstructing, that's great. I don't know you. I don't know your life, and I can't tell you whether you're being honest with us or not. What I want to see is you walk the walk and talk the talk, right? I don't want to have another call like a week from now for you saying, oh, I'm actually a Christian again, and we're going to talk about why abortion is bad or something, right? I mean, if that's how it goes, that's how it goes. But if this is an honest, an honest assessment of where you're at, and this is where you're coming to, that's great. More power to you. And I'll be just as happy as the other guys over here. But I need a little bit more evidence, right? Because that's something we talk about a lot on this show. And so far, the evidence hasn't shown up for me yet, but it could, and it can.
Go ahead, John. I wanted to say something, but I want to give you a chance to talk first. So.
Oh well, I understand what you're saying, but I want to make this clear. I still have my issues with woke, and I'm still against abortion. But I'm willing to accept that God might not be real. I just want to let you guys.
Okay,
know.
fair. That's fair. They're different issues, right? Mm-hmm. Right. I wouldn't expect you to 100% agree with everything that we think and feel, right? So.
Interestingly enough, Seth Andrews, who's a very well-known atheist, if you listen to some of the first episodes of his podcast, he talks himself about being against abortion because that was, the society that he was raised in, and that was the morals that he had when he became an atheist. Now, he's changed over the years, and he's more pro-choice today. But that really has nothing to do with you being an atheist, and maybe your ideas of that will change after a while too. You never know. So, yep. But John, the last 3 or 4 conversations I've had with you, I have totally enjoyed them. And as far as I'm concerned, those conversations have been pretty good evidence for me that you're walking a different path. So, go ahead. You're going to say something, Dan?
I'm just saying we'll see. I'm not saying it's a done said deal here, but I gotta know for sure, John. I just gotta know for sure. And look, like again, it doesn't have to be a thing of absolutes, but well, here's what I'll say. I'll leave it at this, okay? Because we do gotta wrap things up. I didn't want to be an atheist. I wanted to be a Christian, but more than wanting to be a Christian, I wanted to be right. And that is what led me to where I'm at today. And I hope that's the same force that's leading you today, wherever your path is. So I'll leave it at that. Kelly, I don't know if you have anything.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing. I too am looking for the truth, but I just want to make it clear I am against woke. But we're not going to get into that today. But
We'll cross that bridge when we get
well,
there.
yeah,
I
was going to say the same thing.
One
We'll
thing
get
at a
to
time.
that point.
One thing at a time.
To that. But, it's good to see that you're actually like thinking about, I always say having an open mind is not accepting alternative facts. It's taking the facts that you already have inside your mind and re-examining and actually researching whether or not they're true facts or not. And it's really good to see you on this path and opening up your mind, John. I'm really happy to see it, man. I'm loving it. I'm totally loving it.
I'm going to need like 3 more calls of you saying you're still an atheist. I think that's what it is for me. That's all.
If he does backslide a little bit too, I think that's a little bit normal. I think
That's
we've seen
fair.
a little, so I mean,
I just don't want to go next week into saying, I think like, I don't know. You know what I'm doing.
It might sound rich as double cream coming from me and having in the context of the conversation we've had, John, but no pressure and, ease up. It's okay. Take your own pace. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Live your best life, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay.
Well, anyway.
We're all looking. The show is called Truth Wanted. We're all looking for the truth. Well, have a good night, gentlemen.
Thank you, John. Thanks for calling. Love you to death, man. Have a good night.